Always come here and get it done. You know, make the best of my family.
Exactly. That's why don't I expect nothing less of you, really.
Right. I'm only here for the paycheck.
And you can think of that however you want to.
Yeah,
really.
I'm a whore. I'll take it. So any way you want to do it.
I'm Larry.
And I'm Joe Bump.
And that's news to us. Today's top story is Wendy's destroys Hardee's with a single tweet.
Oh, yeah?
A single tweet. Yeah. Yep, Andy. Yep, Andy's.
Yep, Andy's.
Yep, Wendy's. Yeah, Wendy's
What does that mean?
just destroyed another fast food chain in the latest round of Twitter wars.
Wait, so, first of all, what does that another mean?
Well, I'm going to tell you.
Oh, I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't jump in.
Before, in March, Wendy's told McDonald's after McDonald's tweeted that by mid-2018, I don't know, did we do a story on this?
I don't think so.
On the first one? Okay. All Quarter Pounder burgers at the majority of their restaurants will be cooked with fresh beef.
They
Right?
will be?
Yeah. So Wendy's replied in a tweet and said, so you'll still use frozen beef in most of your burgers in all of your restaurants? And then they said, just ask it for a friend or something.
Oh,
like that, right?
man. The Wendy's social media guys, whoever that is.
Well, this time, Hardee's went at it with after Wendy's tweeted to someone who asked. There was a lot of tweets, but I'm going to try to make this story short. So
too late.
So this time Hardee's went at it after Wendy's tweeted to someone who asked, which 4 for $4 is better? Wendy's replied, because both of them have 4 for $4. Wendy's replied, we usually prefer the original to a knockoff, but hey, you do you.
Man.
Hardee's chimed in, right? They were saying that to another person, not to Hardee's, right?
But at Hardee's was tagged in.
Yeah. So Hardee's chimed in and tweeted, just because you were first doesn't mean you're best.
That's true.
So then Wendy's replied,
first.
tell us the 4th person to walk on the moon without Googling it. Damn.
You just got served, Hardee's, and not in a good
I
way.
just want to say, yo, any of you fast food chains out there,
Don't
like
F with
they're watching
Wendy's,
us. But
dude.
if you get tweeted at by Wendy's, don't respond.
And Wendy's, if
Just
you
leave
want
it alone.
us to get involved in tweeting, we would be more than
I'd
happy.
like to meet this person.
I
'cause
appreciate the tenacity. This guy's got it. Dude, he dropped
Could
the
be
bomb.
a girl, though. I mean, it doesn't have to be a guy. Dude, that was pretty awesome.
You dropped the bomb on me.
I hope somebody else goes at it with him just to...
I hope so, too, because to be 100% honest with you, I really think that's a really good tweet, right? That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he closed it off. Anyway, so I don't know if you've seen this or not, but 24 people got stuck on a Six Flags roller coaster for 3 hours.
24.
24. So one of our collective greatest roller coaster
I didn't
nightmares.
know it was that many people, but...
24. It was packed that day. When a ride malfunctions, it can be a terrifying thing, right? That's granted. And it is. It's a terrifying thing, an unimaginable torture chamber-like thing. So in Maryland roller coaster at Six Flags, a ride called the Joker's Jinx is what malfunctioned.
I don't even like the sound of that.
Me neither, right? So it stopped. And these guys were stuck 100 feet in the air for 3 hours. Now, I don't know if you've ever been
3 hours.
I don't know if you've ever been on a roller coaster. So typically the roller coaster, you start climbing up real slow, and you look to the left or to the right, and you see a set of steps.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're there in case you get stuck, guys. Guess what? You're walking down. I love roller coasters, and this petrifies the crap out of me.
So there was no steps there?
No, because they were like a big twisty part. Just stopped. They had to get like a lift, off top of like a fire truck or whatever, and they had to it was scary, dude.
Could you? I can't imagine because
I'm afraid of heights, dude.
You'd be stuck there and you'd be like, "Damn, man, I should have had that soda."
I already pissed my pants because I'm scared, and I'm about to poop my pants because I'm scared shitless. I'm super scared of heights. I love roller coasters, but I don't like climbing and walking around on heights.
Right.
If I'm strapped in this, I can handle going up barely. Only because I know I'm going down very fast. The climb up is always the worst. Click.
Yo, in the summertime, we should do a video of us being on like a roller coaster or something.
I think that'd be really great.
Really cool.
You know what we can do? We can get into Wildwood, and we can go on the Sea Serpent. My brother got stuck on the Sea Serpent.
Oh, nice. I don't want to get stuck.
It'd be a great video.
But no, I can't even imagine getting stuck. I can't. No, it's like, no.
It freaks me out. But everybody's okay. They got everybody off. And I'm sure they all probably got free passes to Great Adventure for Life and probably some money on top of it.
Yeah. Well, I saw some on the news, and they were like getting up, and they had to have like harnesses.
Yeah. So they had to get out of their seat and climb from the roller coaster
on the little side thing that
to
they
the
were
left.
walking on.
Right.
Yeah.
So that and you see some guys just chilling there. Oh no, they're sitting the whole time. I guess if you're harnessed in, it isn't that bad. Shit.
Yeah.
I'm never going to Great Adventure in Maryland.
I'd be a little worried about that. Anyway, in fashion news, it's a new segment, Who Wore It Better?
I shouldn't be surprised that you're doing this story. It's in fashion
It's a new segment. This is called Who Wore It Better?
Okay, great.
So it's going to be Jennifer Lopez or Jennifer Aniston. Take a look.
What do you say? I know what you're going to say. I'm going to say Jennifer Lopez.
No way.
Dude, I always
Jennifer Aniston.
I will always say Jennifer Lopez. Oh my gosh, Jennifer Lopez. Sorry. Is that awkward?
Yeah, it was the way you said it. It was kind of awkward.
Like creepy awkward or like
That's pretty creepy.
I mean, I'm a big fan. I really like her music and her butt. So
oh, are you going to go? All right.
I am. I mean, I'm pretty excited about this.
I know. That's why I thought you were going to go, but I
was trying to
gather yourself.
Why? No, why?
What?
I like Jennifer Lopez. I don't like her that much, okay?
Okay.
But I'm even more excited about our next guest.
Well, this is going to be awesome.
So we've had a pretty good reaction when we did the WWE story on the news channel, right? It was one of our bigger videos as far as that's news to us going.
Yeah.
So we decided.
Well, people were obviously into this,
right?
Like,
WWE.
yeah.
So we decided to try to bring one of the ultimate, in my opinion, stars of WWF and now WWE. I can't even say, guys. We haven't. I watch the interview. It's just watch it.
Let's go.
Go. All right, guys. I'm pretty nervous. Without further, I don't even have. I forget it. It's Hulk Hogan, baby. All right, cool. Let's have a seat here.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you for coming today. Just so you know, to get started off, I'm a huge fan. I was a little Hulkamaniac when I was growing up, and I can't believe I'm sitting next to you. I get to do this interview, and I really appreciate you. I mean, I don't even.
Calm yourself, brother. I understand. It's not every day somebody gets to meet all you little Hulksters out there. Remember, say your prayers and take your vitamins.
I said my prayers. I took my vitamins. I'm so excited. So
we're a little Hulkster.
I was. I am. So. All right. So we all know about your unbelievable wrestling career, right? Yeah. I mean, you pretty much made wrestling what it is today. I mean, without you, I don't think wrestling, WWE, may even not even be a thing. You made it what it is. I'm getting lightheaded even talking to you.
Well, to be the man, you got to beat the man. I'm the man.
You are the man. You always will be. So, we all know about your wrestling career. We all know about it. But what I want to talk about is your acting career. So, people don't know, you started off with Rocky 3. Pretty big movie back in the day. You played Thunder Lips, a wrestler who did an exhibition match against Rocky, right? Pretty awesome. How was that experience for you?
It was awesome. You look a little familiar to me, brother. Look a little familiar.
I'm not. I've never met you before. I wish I would have. But working with Sylvester Stallone had been pretty exciting.
He's just Rocky, a little guy.
He is short. He is a short guy. But but
he's my friend, brother. He's my friend.
I heard so he wrote the script of Rocky originally, and this is Rocky 3. So Rocky is a big deal at this point. So you come off a big acting role in Rocky 3, huge sequel, and then you get right into it, and then you wrestle Andre Giant at WrestleMania 3. So that's a pretty big year for you, right? What are you looking at?
And the Hulkster unloading, going for a slam. Oh, he almost got him up. Oh, here comes.
What are you about? 7'5"?
No, I wish I was. I guess 7'5" is pretty tall.
You're looking to be about 529 pounds.
529. I'm a big guy. I'm not even close to it.
Brother?
Why are you eyeballing me? No, I'm not even close.
I thought you were dead.
I don't know how to take that. But anyway, so as far as wrestlers go, you had a pretty good acting career. I mean, I know Andre John had a big acting career because he was in The Princess Bride, right? But you were in Rocky 3, and then you went to No Holds Barred, which is one of the biggest wrestling movies, in my opinion, at least when I was growing up. One of my favorite. You fought Zeus in the movie. So how does it translate from acting to wrestling? Like, how is that? And then not even talking about acting. And then after your whole wrestling career, you start the whole...
Brother, it's hard. It's hard. Because you're going from real to not real. It's hard. It's hard, brother.
So speaking of real and not real, so you were in a reality TV show, Hogan Knows Best, right? So that was real, but it was also portrayed on TV. It wasn't wrestling. It was. I know it's kind of scripted reality. The best thing that came out of that show, to be 100% honest with you, was your daughter, Brooke. I mean, she had a good singing career that came off of that, but she's kind of hot, and I kind of wanted to know how you felt.
You talking about my daughter?
No, I'm not.
Brother, are you talking about my daughter?
Nope, not at all. I was talking about your son, Nick.
I thought we were talking about wrestling.
Not your daughter at all.
We're talking about wrestling.
Speaking
we're
of
talking
wrestling,
about the man who's the man.
Speaking of wrestling, I always wanted to do this.
You took my belt?
I didn't.
Nobody takes my belt! It's time to go to sleep, brother. It's time to go to sleep. The Hulk always gets his belt. You alright?
I'm alright.
Where'd you get broccoli from?
Your freezer. Where do you think I got it from? Where else would I get frozen broccoli from?
Just saying. Oh, goodness.
Better now?
No,
Is it red? It feels like it hurts. Not as much here or here, but like right here.
I thought he was one of your idols.
He was. Not anymore. Oh, hey, Larry.
What?
Have you? Did you ever watch Bill Nye, the Science Guy?
Absolutely.
You remember him?
Yes.
Well, he's making a comeback.
Really?
Yeah, man. Tyler, the Creator. You know who that is?
No.
He's supposedly a really popular rap guy now. Yeah. Anyway, he composed Bill Nye's the Science Guy's new theme song. And there's actually a video on it. It was pretty entertaining. You wouldn't think Bill Nye the Science Guy would settle for any old theme song, would you? This guy's a legend.
Right.
And he didn't. What was really nice about it, in the video, Tyler, the composer, or the creator, he composed the song.
Okay.
He was saying how much he's really into science, and Bill Nye the Science Guy got him into science. So there was a whole area of him saying, I remember growing up watching blah blah blah, and then he came, and the theme song actually is really catchy. Mm-hmm. But it's pretty interesting because now it's a reboot of his TV show. It's coming out on Netflix. Where else? And Tyler the Creator created the theme song, so it's pretty exciting.
It is really awesome. And I remember watching that because it was like, he actually made science fun.
Yeah, Bill Nye the Science Guy was pretty big, and then towards the end of my childhood was Mr. Wizard, so I had two science guys, unlike you. My childhood was better.
I never heard of Mr. Wizard, but...
You wouldn't know.
So, Joe.
What, Larry?
United CEO says no one will be fired for the Dragon incident. United Airlines.
Really?
No one's going to get fired.
Technically, it wasn't the United Airlines guy that drug him, right?
Well, yeah, but
that's
still.
That's what he
Yeah. United announced 2 rule changes. 2.
2 of them.
Last week, including saying that it will no longer call police to remove passengers from overbooked planes. It is not clear whether United oversold Flight 3411, but the flight became
overbooked
when 4 Republic airline employees showed up after passengers had boarded and demanded seats so they could commute to their next assignment, a United Express flight the next morning. And the reason why we're examining this story right now is because I saw some way more intellectual people than us that
Yeah, they
say
were
that we
smarter
were
than
not, we didn't get the facts straight on this story,
So it
blah,
was
blah,
overbooked.
blah, that said that it wasn't overbooked. But the fact of the matter is if you have a plane that has full of passengers and then you add even one more, but they added 4 more, it's overbooked.
Oh, and that's why they were looking for volunteers to come off the flight.
Exactly.
That
So-
makes so much more sense
Yeah.
to me. I was so confused by this story. I'm so glad that somebody took time out of their day to comment about it.
Yeah.
And you know what else, Larry, I found out that's very interesting?
What's
They
that?
didn't get $800. They get $800 in vouchers because this person must work for United Airlines.
Yeah.
Guess what? You don't work for them!
And the thing is that, Joe was just making a point when you said that last week. Is like, I'd step aside.
I still would for $800.
For
one more day
it
vacation?
didn't matter. And it's not, it doesn't matter if we get the facts exactly straight because nobody does.
And you know what else? It's not the real news.
Yeah.
I hate to tell you guys, but
Yeah, this is the place you're looking for exact real news.
you are screwed.
You're probably looking in the wrong place.
So there's a new test going out. There's 6 questions, they say, that you can ask somebody to determine whether or not you have warning signs for ADHD for adults.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Do you want to? I mean, do you want me to test you? So this is all new. A score of 11 or higher indicates that your symptoms may be consistent with adult ADHD.
Okay.
Now, granted, it's not a diagnostic test.
Can I ask you a question though, real quick?
Yeah.
What's the difference between adult ADHD than, younger people?
I don't know.
ADHD?
I obviously did not do enough research on this story, and I don't have an answer for that question. But I appreciate you asking in person rather than on the comments. So anyway, I figured it'd be a good activity
Okay.
for us to go over these
Sure.
questions together. Okay. So it's never is 0, rarely is 1 point, sometimes it's 2 points, often is 3, very often is 4. Okay. And these, if
Can't
you get
just make
11
it
or
yes or
higher,
no.
11 or higher, and you
Right.
have symptoms of ADHD.
Okay.
Ready? Okay. So the first one is, while doing a project, would you rather work alone or have help?
Work alone.
It's 4. All right. While vacationing, would you rather go to the Colorado Rocky Mountains or the Outer Banks of North Carolina?
No, without a doubt. Outer Banks.
There's 2. If you're going to the Outer Banks, would you rather stay on the ocean side or the sound side?
I personally would rather stay on the sound side.
It's 4. You're already at 10.
What?
If people call you Larry, is your real name Lorenz?
Yeah, but
11.
hold on. These questions are kind of like
I'm just messing
kind
around.
of sweet.
I'm just messing around with you. I have real questions. Are you ready for the real questions?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, the first one's
I don't
staying-
know if I trust you now, but go
These
ahead.
are ones written down. Look, none of them are written down.
Go ahead.
All right, so the first one.
Lay
How
'em on me.
often do you have difficulty getting things in order when you have to do a task that requires organization? Remember, it's never, rarely, sometimes, often, and very often.
Could you repeat that question?
Sure. How often do you have difficulty getting things in order when you have to do a task that requires organization? So how hard is it for you to organize stuff?
Probably I'm in the middle of the run.
See, sometimes?
Yeah.
2, I would be... Let me keep track of me too. I would agree. Starting tasks. When you have a task, or just a task,
Right.
that requires a lot of thought, how often do you avoid or do you delay getting it started? Do you postpone it or do you push it off? How often?
No, I actually get right into it.
To never?
Never.
There's only 3 there. Distractions. How often are you distracted by activity or noise around you?
All the time.
Interesting.
Is that it?
Nope. Staying put. How often do you leave your seat in meetings or other situations in which you're expected to remain seated? You don't really, that never really comes
Yeah,
across you
yeah,
because you never
that's-
have meetings or anything.
But
Like church.
but if I was in church, it would be the whole. I would never get up.
So you're good at, you
Yeah,
can
I'm
stay
good the whole
seated.
time.
Okay. Let's see one.
And probably that's because I don't like getting up in front of other people, people staring at me. So that's called paranoia, I think.
That's
That's a whole different thing.
While having a conversation with somebody, how often are you to interject and to cut off the conversation and then talk?
Oh, that's probably pretty much all the time.
That's 4, so you're definitely 1, 2, 3 there. And waiting in line. How often do you have difficulty waiting your turn in situations where turn taking is required?
Oh, I hate it.
So very often?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Let's see
jeez.
sometime. Right, you have 0, 2, 4, 6.
That's it?
10.
That's the questions?
That's 14. Yep.
14.
I have 2, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
So we're both ADHD?
So based on results, you have 14. I got 13. And a score of 11 or higher indicates that your symptoms may be consistent with adult ADHD. So the good news is we found out what our problem is.
All my life.
We just
had to wait till my adulthood to find out.
You're welcome, Larry.
Damn.
I'm here to help educate.
You know, it does make sense. And I've always thought that. I always had that. Because in school, I had trouble listening to the teachers. Like, I would, as soon as they start talking, it's like my mind would go to another place. Like, I'd rather be home or something. You know what I mean? Like, I could not concentrate. And then I would sit there in my mind, I'd be like, all right, you're going to start concentrating now. And then I start concentrating, and then next thing I know, I'd be like, man, I wonder what's for dinner tonight.
Is that a slow cooker? A crock pot?
Yeah. So you see what I'm saying?
What?
Exactly. That's what I mean. But so, I mean, I guess I've had this all my life.
So is a slow cooker the same as a crock pot?
Yeah, same thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why isn't it just called a crock pot and not a slow cooker?
Why are we paying attention to that when we're doing a story?
I'm sorry, I was distracted.
Yeah,
what were you
see?
saying?
Yeah, you're right. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, good.
We're both got problems. So, Joe.
Yes.
Guess what?
What?
April finally gave birth. You know that, right?
I did know that.
Right. So, Animal Adventure Park is taking the live Facebook feed down because April the giraffe, who finally gave birth, has a leg injury. They're getting a lot of calls and stuff about, like, she's limping around and stuff like that, right?
Limping.
So this video shows, however, though, some of her legs appear to work just fine as she kicks a vet checking her out. Let's take a look.
It just
That
hurts.
looked rough. Are you
My
all right?
teeth are still hurting.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I mean, they say I have big balls, but
Who
not
says?
anymore. The vets, they were swollen. They were like coconuts. Thank God I'm done having kids.
Coke.
That's so funny. It's like a giraffe nut.
Yeah.
Is that big? Does a giraffe have big balls?
I have no idea. I've never really
But guess
examined
what?
that area.
Their hoofs are huge.
Okay.
Because I'm still tasting hoof. Hey, Larry.
What, Joe?
Do you know that every time I tap my paper, you're supposed to drink?
Actually, I did, Joe. But did you know that every time I tap my paper, you're supposed to? Because I did it like 4 or 5 times and you didn't.
Well, that's news to us.